My blog today is called Calling All Warriors. I have died being tortured on battlefields, and in those terrible moments of unbelievable pain and suffering, those events caused me to have a complete loss of faith. For centuries, I have had to feel that loss as I sought to find and reclaim what I could believe in once again. The answer was simple. I had to believe in myself. Those that have not gone through such terrible events in past lives have a lollipop set of beliefs and values that they cling to in order to have the illusion of safety and peace. But until one has been tested by the fires of horrific suffering, you do not really have true faith. It is easy to have faith when things are working smoothly in life. You have a sense of ease, and you feel that it is because you are a good person. You cling to that belief, and that faith that you perceive has given you that perfect life. Real faith is not about a religion, a yoga sutra, a mantra, a deity, or some form of witchcraft. All of those are tools that will eventually cause you to lose faith, because all things created by this human condition are fraught with failure. What we can have faith in is ourselves. Then it is not about the religion that is saving you, but you realize that life here in this dimension and reality is about having the courage and determination to save yourself. Only once you have built up enough power and courage inside can you actually have the power and skill to save others. Terrible events in life teach us compassion. I look out at a world that has lost its compassion, but then I realize that it is that certain souls have not been through terribly difficult moments in order to learn that compassion. And that is what this moment in time is all about. It is in those moments that threaten to break you that then become the greatest teachers for finding resilience and courage. There are many of us that have already been through the fire. We remember all too well the patterns that lead into situations that will try to break our spirit and our faith in this world. There are many of us that tried to warn of what was coming because we have walked through this fire many times. We are here to be an example and to show you that within your soul is a place of power and self-reliance that will give you the vitality to continue through these dark moments. Those unfamiliar with such moments saw us as criticizing and being alarmists, but that was only their ego trying to be right and to prove to us that we were wrong. But we are warriors. We do not go looking for a war or a fight. We are attuned highly to the patterns of human behavior and deception that lead worlds into the events that have become the examples of humanity's worst behaviors and atrocities. We have stood at the towers in the distance and lighted the fires to warn. We have rung the bells to wake others up to the enemies approaching the gates. We blew the horns asking for help and assistance, and we gathered up the supplies we could to assist others in weathering the onslaught. And yet, many did not listen. It is not that we even expected all of them to listen, but we are warriors, and we are not afraid of speaking up and out. If we could save a few, then the effort and the bullshit that many have inflicted upon us would be worth it. We were calling to those other warriors that were willing to follow the paths of independent self-awareness. We were seeking the courageous few who would do what was right rather than what was easy or what they were told. Warriors never need praise. We do not need you to have faith in us. We always wanted you to feel deep into your own core and recognize the authenticity and realness that we were attempting to show. We wanted you to get in touch with that deeper inner knowing that spoke to you and overrode your own mind and ego. We wanted you to feel the truth from our center to yours. We wanted you to know that we intended no harm. We wanted you to awaken, pick up a sword and a shield, and together stand united against the forces of evil that threaten our families, our children, our way of life, and our very world. We never cared about your religion or your beliefs. We never cared if you were different than ourselves. We never cared if you had money or influence. We only cared for your honored presence to stand by our side and do what your soul asks of you, and for all of us to do it together. Because those that hold the line with us are family forever. The bonds of warriors that unite for a common cause and goal are bonds that will stand the tests of time. The connections of energy that are forged in the heat of such intensity can never be broken. We are asking you to be our brothers and sisters in the battle for hope, because in a war, many will die, and many will be forever remembered. Many will do their very best, but that may not be enough in those moments. And yet, standing side by side, we are unified because of our soul's purpose to do what we believe and what would support a more balanced and peaceful world. This war has already begun. We know those that will stand with us and have our backs. We know those that we can trust with our very lives, and we hold them close because we know we cannot face what is coming alone. And while many are not ready, we are. Everything from our past has prepared us to be ready for this moment. We recognize the sacredness of this moment and do not take on this responsibility lightly. We know what is approaching, and we know that not all of us will survive this moment, but having others to stand with is enough right now, because we are warriors. We know that the enemy can take our lives, but it will never take our soul. That is how we know that we have faith. That faith is in our core and in our ability to stand in the face of insurmountable odds. The test of a real warrior is not in the winning, because death is not failure when your cause is just and for the good, the greater good of others. And sometimes death is only the beginning of the journey to find or reclaim real faith in the light that is within us and that guides us towards greater compassion and awareness. This is another call to those that feel that shift and feel compelled to awaken. We are excited to find others that care and have such a powerful compassion that it overrides ego, biases, and the distorted beliefs in separation. We stand with you. We are unsure what comes next, but we are mentally and spiritually prepared to face whatever comes our way. We want you to know you are not alone. Join us.